It is important to have a positive attitude in golf because when you're on the tee of the first hole of a match, you want to visualize the shot going where you want it to go and also visualize being successful. It's crucial to focus on what you want to do before hitting your shot, not on what you don't want to do. If you give yourself a cue not to do something, like hitting the ball in the water or the bunker, generally one of two things will happen. Number one, the power of suggestion will take over and you'll actually do what it was that you were trying to avoid. Or number two, you'll compensate with a swing motion that sends the ball in the opposite direction of the trouble and into just as bad a situation. To develop a more positive attitude, try a pre-shot routine. Start by elevating the lie, the distance of the shot, the wind strength and direction, and to take note of any obstacles or hazards. Visualize a successful outcome of the shot and take a single practice swing to restore the feeling of the swing you would like to make. Weather plays a big part in golf, especially windy conditions. A simple way to find out which direction the wind is blowing is to pick up a few blades of grass and throw them. Whichever way they fly is the direction of the wind. A good tactic is to play the knockdown shot in heavy winds. This shot flies underneath the wind, so your ball's flight is not affected by the gusts. First, select two clubs lower than you would if you were playing the shot on a calm day. Then, choke up one on the grip, play the ball from the middle of your stance, and take a 3/4 backswing. In high wind conditions, keep your backswing super low to enhance the timing and rhythm of your golf swing, which will be thrown off by the wind. A good tactic is to play 3 easy shots. A par 5 hole is long, usually over 500 yards. Your first thought might be to reach for your driver. Most of the time that's probably the correct play, but not always. Look at this hole. You can break it down into 3 relatively easy shots with the same club. Say you hit your 4-iron 170 yards. 3 shots can put you on the green. Breaking down the hole is usually easier than trying to squeeze every possible yard out of the driver and getting into trouble. No law of golf says that you must use your driver from the tee. If you don't feel comfortable with your driver, go with your 3-wood. If your 3-wood doesn't feel right, go for the 5-wood. And if you're still not happy, try your 4-iron or a hybrid club. Don't hit until you're confident that you can hit the ball into the fairway with the club that's in your hands. This tactic is a good one if you're playing a really big green and your ball is on the fringe and is cut really nicely, and you'd use your positive attitude and say to yourself, I can putt this. So if you have a chance to putt and the fringe is cut really short, then use a putter. However, if your ball goes off the green and you can't putt, use a little chip and run shot. For most, hitting an average putt from off the green will go closer than a good chip, and an average chip will go closer than a good pitch. Always look to putt first, even in situations where you might not think about it. There is much less room for error in a chip than a pitch. When you're planning your approach shot to the green or your recovery shot from a greenside bunker, don't always go for the close leave. Leave the ball on the correct section of the green. Some putts are easier than others. Uphill putts are easier than downhill putts, so it's a good idea to leave your approach shots below the hole. Right to left putts are easier than straight ones, and both of those are easier than a left to right putt. So it's a good idea to leave your shot on the right side of the pin if the green slopes from back to front, and the left side of the green slopes from front to back.